Hello and welcome to EMP Power Sports Marine in beautiful St. Mary's, Idaho. I'm just making this video to update a client about the progress on his project as we are starting to make headway. This is a 1974 Rickman 250 VR Montesa like I have. I actually got my personal one off the same guy. Luckily, I got the nicer of the two. So Freddie, I just want to update you with what we're doing here with your bike. We did remove several parts off the parts bike you brought, the bearing races, the stem for the triple, the nut, the front axle, one of the rear axle nuts are all off the parts bike you brought. So it was actually good. We got that even though the 73s are different. I noticed when you came in, you were missing a motor mount. So I was able to source one for you. So you have that. Doing some cleanup. I thought a friend of mine had the correct nut for a VR. Unfortunately, I have two nuts that are incorrect. Here's the one that my friend Dave sent me. Thank you, Dave. I do appreciate it. As now, if I get the correct stem for 73, I can rebuild the 73 properly. This is the nut off the 73 that we're going to use on the VR. Unfortunately, we have had little luck finding a correct VR nut. I do know a guy that says he might have one, so I'll try to source it. But as of right now, it's a sad deal, as I do feel this 1973 non-VR was the nicer bike, and we probably should have saved and restored this one. But there's enough there, and I know what I've taken off of it. It was a nice original piece, so we could restore this down the road, or I can restore this down the road. But the parts that I've removed are the bearing races, the stem and nut for the triple, the front axle, complete, and a rear axle nut. This little one it's actually too small. This is off of my client's VR. I noticed it was incorrect, so I got the correct nut off of this bike to put on his, and I'll restore that bike. The rest of it is mine, so I tried to sell it for him. He said, no, if you sell it, it's all yours. I don't want any money. I tried to hook him up with a buyer, so I might just keep that and build it down the road, as it's good to have spare parts. So there's the stuff that came off the 73, and here's all Freddie's stuff for his 74. So hopefully this week or next, we'll have a nice complete bike. Here's the stem off the parts bike that we're going to use. Because this is already polished, I'll put it on this lower polished triple. And then I have a new set of bearings for you sitting right here. The races are hard to find, but I do have fresh bearings in the races. I checked they're in good shape. As I mentioned prior, we're going to use these little shackles that are correct. These came off the 73, and these are correct for your 74 VR. We're going to use these original pieces in place of the modern clamps that were on the bike when it came in. As I know you want a more original look. We just finished cleaning and zinc coating some of the hardware, not all of it, but some of it. So the axle off the 73 that we're going to use is all freshly zinced. It came up pretty nicely with blue zinc. Zinced this, but I'm actually going to redo it and polish it. I won't charge you anything. As I noticed at the rear, I polished it a while back, just a light polish, so it won't take long. Just get that light shine. It'll look factory and probably hold up better. So anyhow, that's where we're at with your 73 VR, or sorry, 74 250 VR Rickman Montesa. I'll keep you updated. I'm hoping, like I said, to have this bike as a complete roller sometime next week and maybe even later today. If you guys like what we're doing out here, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time here at EMP Power Sports and Marine.